Game Over Here podcast, a Gamer for Gamer production with your boy Leon, and I've got my wonderful, wonderful co-host, Mr. Dino Ward.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. So, it's been a couple weeks now since our last podcast, and you know what? It's good to be back doing this thing again. We've got a few things to talk about this week. We are going to be diving into the Xbox Games Showcase later on in the show, as well as a few other news items. But, you know, what we like to do around here, how we like to get started, is talking about games that we have been playing recently. And I think we should dive right in, Dino boy. And I think we should go with Neon Abyss.
Yes.
And, I mean, we've been both playing this sort of here and there, because it's in the Xbox Game Pass, right?
Yeah, it is. So I'm not sure if it's on the PC one, but it's definitely on the Xbox Game Pass.
I think it might be, yeah. But it's funny, though, because, like, there's been a couple of games recently that I bought that were in the Games Pass, and I didn't even know they were in the Games Pass, and I was like, God damn it! Like Carrion, for example, I just bought on my Nintendo Switch, and
that's
on
the Game Pass.
It's on the fucking Game Pass. It's fucking, I'm just wasting money right now when I really need it. Like, well, fuck it. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Neon Abyss is like a roguelike kind of platformer as such. Think of like, I'm just trying to like, what is it, Binding of Isaac?
It reminds me a lot of Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, it's your classic kind of roguelike. In fact, the games that I've actually been playing recently have all pretty much been roguelike, because we're going to move on to another game later on that I have been playing as well. But on to the topic at hand, Neon Abyss. You play as a member of the Grim Squad, which is a task force set up by Hades himself to infiltrate the Abyss and defeat the new gods. Death is not the end, as every time you die, you find yourself more empowered than before. So there we go. There's the little tagline, in some sense, from the developers themselves. The gameplay is, very kind of traditional in your normal kind of roguelike, where you're just sort of moving, shooting through different levels, where you're like finding items, weapons, and within this game, which is sort of, maybe not like some of the other roguelikes, there's eggs as well, where they can hatch as such, and they will be your pets, and they can help you out, or actually hinder you slightly as well, which is always interesting. One of my sort of annoying ones that I hate to get is the Donald Trump one, where he just basically robs all of your coins. But that, I mean, then he will like drop like weapons. Well, no, not weapons, but like grenades or or that kind of thing in exchange. But when he dies, the good thing is that all of the money just drops on the floor, which is big plus. But I mean, with this game, like if you've just got the standard Game Pass version, there's 2 characters that you start with. If you bought the game within the release window, there was 2 DLC characters that you get as well. So in the gameplay that you can see here, this is actually one of the DLC characters called Amir, that I've been using quite regularly. But yeah, like before you start a run, you can select, what character you want to be. You can adjust the difficulty. And there's also, like, after every run as such, you'll earn gems for your run, and then you can use them to be able to actually buy additional upgrades that you can pick up along the way, or like bonus rooms, or you can even unlock characters with those gems as well. But the character tree, the skill tree is quite large, and it's sort of split into different sections. So, like, I mean, I've barely scratched the surface on the actual upgrade tree as such. But, it's very much like any other roguelike and that kind of on that kind of vibe, and the fact that you are kind of doing that. Then like there is like something where there's like a seed code terminal, where you can actually lock your seed, so it's going to be the same throughout the whole of your playthrough, and you can keep just repeating that same seed if you want to. But like if you do that, then I can't remember what. There's something that I think you might not get gems or something. So it kind of makes more sense just to keep it as random. So it is very much random every time. You'll have like a different boss on each level, and it can be different every time. The only thing that is consistent is like basically you select a target at the beginning of the run. So like Argus is the first one, and he will be your last boss. Then the next one, God, I can't remember his name right now. Never mind, but it doesn't matter. Zeus is the one I was trying to do the last night and just failed miserably. I didn't even get to Zeus, the bastard. But what happens is when you defeat the first manager, yep, cool. Then you get like another manager that you can go up against, and on your progression, you will have to go against that previous manager, and then you'll do another level, and you'll go against the new manager. So like, I think what happens is that you end up just having to defeat all of the managers, like if you were to get to the last target, which is pretty fucking nutty.
Or like a wave sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like that kind of thing. But I mean, I haven't necessarily got to that yet. I've only done it with Argus and whatever the other one is right now. I can't remember.
Is it Hal? Because I saw Howl's.
That's it.
Yeah.
How is the one? I've just had a complete mind blank all of a sudden there. It's just like, boo. But all in all, though, I frigging love this game. I think it's really well done, like really well polished. Apparently, they are going to be adding more things into the future of the game as well, which is cool. But this isn't like one of your early access kind of games. This is very much, this is the game. It's all there. It's a full product, and I fully endorse it. Now, like I said, I've beat 2 managers on this so far, and I am looking forward to trying to do the others. I mean, last night was an absolute fail on stream trying to do Zeus. I didn't even get to him. I was just having shit luck, and it just didn't happen for me. But that's just kind of the way it goes with these rogue games, man. Like, it can be horribly brutal, and I'm sure you can attest to that, Dean.
Yeah, I think I've beaten. Well, I haven't even got to. Is it Argus, the first one?
That's right. Yeah, he's the first manager.
I haven't even got that far. Like, that's how ridiculous it is.
Have you like beat any of like the mini kind of bosses
I've beaten. What's the McDonald's fast food one?
I think
I've done that one.
It's I can't remember the exact names, but there's like sometimes there'll be 2 of them, and sometimes there's even 3. Like I had
really?
Yeah, I had 3 in a run last night, and was like, ugh. Like, but to be fair, once you kind of like learn their patterns, like with any of these kind of games, once you learn the patterns, they're not too bad.
It's kind of like, that reminds me a lot of when I was playing Isaac quite a lot, because I used to play Isaac pretty much every night at one point, because I was like obsessed with trying to get to the end, like you are with Argus. But I haven't got that far with Neon Abyss yet. But it's reminding me a lot of that, where because it's so random and every room gives you a chance to pick up something that's potentially better off for you to get through the whole run, it gives you that sort of replayability that you're like, right, the next run will be awesome. The next run will be awesome. Like, it keeps you going.
Yeah, definitely. No, I feel you there. And like, I 100% want to do all of the managers in this game, and I know it's going to take an extraordinary amount of time for me to get the enough luck to be able to actually go through with it. But I 100% recommend this game wholeheartedly. It is out on the Switch, Xbox, PS4, PC. It's fucking everywhere. So,
and it's free for Game Pass if you've got Game Pass.
Exactly. If you've got Game Pass, then it's definitely worth a punt. You might as well, because the game is a lot of fun. I can tell you that now. Now, moving on to other sort of roguelikes. Now, I have been playing sort of, on and off kind of thing with this one a bit. This is Gunfire Reborn. Now, obviously, where I was going on about Neon Abyss being like this nice, polished, full game, this is very much early access, and you can tell that it's early access, but it's still a really good game, but a lot harder, I found, this game than Neon Abyss at times. But then if you actually play with others, because with Neon Abyss it is a solo game, but with Gunfire Reborn you can do 4 players. So if you actually play with 4 players, it is a lot more doable, this game. And I've actually come to the end. I've beat the end once with my buddy Voltov, and
okay, cool.
Yeah, so I've kind of seen it, but it is very short at the moment. Really, it is really short. There is only like 3 kind of stages as such. So
is the end level where that I got completely owned?
Oh,
is
yes.
That the end of it?
No, but there's 3 stages where there's like levels obviously within them, kind of thing. So there's 2 other bosses after that. Well, technically 3 other bosses, because on the last one it's like a 2-phase kind of boss thing.
Okay.
But I mean, how I've just been describing Neon Abyss, it's very similar, because it is a roguelike kind of game, except obviously this one is a first-person shooter. There is currently 2 characters within the game, which you only start with one in the first instance, which is the Crown Prince. He is like a cat kind of thing. And there is another character that you can unlock when you get to level 30, which I haven't as of yet, so I'm not going to sort of speak too much about him. I've seen Voltov play him a little bit, and he seems like a cool character. I'm going to murder a pronunciation of the name. I think it's Aobai? Who knows? Maybe one day someone can correct me and make sure that I'm right. But yeah, once again, it's very much you're going through randomly generated levels. There's random drop weapons which have random rolls as well, so they'll have like additional kind of things there. There is a talent tree as such. Once again, where you're earning soul essence, and you can then use them to unlock further talents that can help you in your further runs. So for example, one of them is exploration, which will allow you to unlock vaults that are randomly generated each run. And these vaults will have an additional item that you can necessarily pick up and that. But yeah, like I said, still kind of fairly familiar there. I know me and you, we played it once on stream with Voltov, and yeah, I mean, you saw that boss on that on the first sage, and it was just
didn't he yeet me through the roof or something?
Yeah, you did get proper yeeted, man. It was yeet.
Literally, you 2 died, and then he literally came straight over to me, gone. Didn't even try.
Yeah, it's brutal, man.
But was this the one where we kept going back for what are they called? I want to call them crypts, but they're not crypts, are they?
Vaults.
Vaults, that's it.
Yeah.
But so in the vaults, are they randomly generated as well? So they're not always the same thing.
It's they're kind of the same. except you'll just get a random one of them each time, and
Right,
there
okay.
could be like different enemies and stuff like that in it, where like I sort of when I say randomly generated with this, a lot of the environments are pretty much the same, like within each of the like the proper big
Zones.
stages as such.
Yeah.
But the enemies that are necessarily going to populate that will be random. The weapons will be random. It's all that kind of thing. I mean, it's very much like Neon Abyss is kind of like that on that level as well. Is that the enemies are random, but a lot of the room layouts can be fairly similar. But yeah,
And
all
then
in all, though. Sorry. Yeah?
Then you've got the shop things that randomly populate as well, haven't you?
That's right. So you'll have the peddler where they'll have like a health grenades. They're always there, and then there'll be like a few random weapons, or there might be a random like scroll, like artifact kind of thing that will help your run or hinder sometimes. Sometimes some of the abilities are just not that great. Yeah, sometimes because it might be like, oh, you'll get loads of damage, but you're going to lose your health a little bit or something like that. Sometimes there is some trade-off, so you've got to kind of keep an eye on what talents you're picking up and what artifacts, scrolls you're picking up. I can't even remember the proper terminology in the game. But I say this is one definitely to look out for.
This one's still in early access, isn't it?
That's right. It came out in May in early access. It's due to be like for a full release at the end of this year at some point, but I don't really know. And they haven't necessarily said when that's going to happen as of yet, so we'll see what happens. But I definitely think this is a game to look out for. It is pretty solid for an early access game. I haven't really encountered too many bugs with it. I'd like to see, more to the game as such as well. But all in all, it's a pretty solid game for something that's in early access.
Yeah, I've definitely enjoyed the time that I've played it with you on stream with Voltov and that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to play it again.
I've played it since then.
No, well, exactly. We need to do it again. We need to stream again, and we need to get on this game again for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, what else have you been playing, Dean?
So I played Paper Mario on the stream on Tuesday. So it's your typical Nintendo game, rinsing out Mario once again.
Yeah. Spaffing confetti everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, the villain in this is not Bowser. Bowser seems to be pretty friendly in this game. The enemy is the Origami King, but his sister is actually helping you defeat him. So I can't actually... What's her name? Olivia, I think, is her name. And she gives you like certain special abilities that you can do, which remind me a lot of the mechanics from Tearaway, where you use the... I'm using the Pro controller, and you tilt it and move it around and then pull stuff down, which reminded me a lot of Tearaway, because obviously you react with the environment that way.
Mm-hmm. I really liked Tearaway as well, like, because I suppose it was on the PS Vita, like, properly back in the day, and it actually properly, like, utilised the touch screens, like, on the front
like, you can peel stuff back and peel stuff on the back of the touch sensor that you had on the back of the console as well. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. We didn't get that far into the game. I think I played it for 2 hours in the end. I just called it a day from where I got to, but I am enjoying it. But later on, we'll talk about something I discovered in the news, but we'll talk about that later.
All right, cool, man. So, I mean, we've both been playing this next game. We've been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto recently. Obviously, we're playing it a bit differently at the moment. This is like an extract from one of the streams that I've been doing recently on GTA with my my good old buddy Valo. We were kind of trying to do the latest kind of the Diamond Casino heist. So you're kind of seeing some footage in the background of us escaping the vault kind of thing here. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with online recently. But there is a story that I've got from my daytime stream the other day, where I had some guys come in my chat asking what my Rockstar social was, and obviously they saw my name there, kind of thing, and they somehow kept crashing my game, and I had to stop the stream.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, so they were hacking me like a motherfucker. So I ended up having to stop my stream early because I couldn't play it
Oh
anymore.
wow.
Yeah, I know.
I know there's because I've been watching a lot of Dark Viper AU's streams, and he showed a video where anyone that's online, Rockstar have made it pretty easy for people to find out where you live
Oh
using
shit!
the social details. And he made a whole video on it saying Rockstar really need to sort this out urgently because
That's
it's insane.
ridiculous. Yeah. So I got fucked over, and it's kind of like I haven't played it online since because I was just like, well, these guys are fucking me over, and I was just like, God damn it. So yeah, on Twitch, they followed me with 2 handles, and I obviously promptly blocked them, but they obviously had my social shit. So it was like, yep, cool, fuck you, bastards.
Wow. I didn't know they did that.
That's right.
So wow, they just pulled your stream down. Bloody hell.
Well, it's not they pulled the stream; it's that they pulled the game. I couldn't get back on it. In short, every time I'd load back into the game would crash or something, or
and like think Rockstar would put more protection in.
I know,
now.
right? But I mean, that's the problem with like GTA Online is that it is full of people modding kind of thing. So it's just sort of like, unfortunately, it's just the way it goes. I don't think we're necessarily gonna get around that as such, unless they kind of try and introduce some like more structure to like their anti-cheat kind of stuff. But I don't think it's ever going to happen. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like sullied my my return to GTA Online because I was having a great time. I mean, don't get me wrong, we were having a lot of problems with the heist, and we kept getting like stuck in loading screens, and we'd have to restart our game and stuff like that. There was a lot of problems. Hence why it took us a whole weekend in substance to get through the heist, because we had so many connection problems. Like on Saturday last week when we were trying to play it to be able to just get the heist done after the Friday, where we actually got to this bit what you're seeing here. On the Saturday we couldn't even connect to a heist, and we just gave up. And then on Sunday, we did actually finally do the heist. I think this is the footage of the one that we actually did and we actually got done. Obviously, you're not seeing the car chase at the end or anything like that. You're just seeing the inside at the moment. But yeah, I mean, like, it's a lot of fun. There's meant to be a big content thing coming later in the year, like with some new heists and all that kind of jazz. So
there's meant to be a new location which people are speculating over. I think it'll just be an office building that they'll open up like they did with the casino.
You think so? I'm thinking it could be like something. You know the thing that you play in the prologue.
Northampton.
Yeah, that's it. I reckon they could possibly do something like that, but I don't know. But what have you been doing on GTA anyway, bud?
So I played a little bit of GTA Online as well, but I'm on Xbox because obviously it's not cross-play. Otherwise, I'd be trying to join you guys playing online. So I'm trying to get my rank up on that, but not succeeding very well. But I was able to buy a few more buildings with some money that I had, which was good. So I've now got the arcade, which I didn't know was in it until you guys mentioned it on the stream. So I've now got myself a casino, and I'm starting to build that up. And I've got 2 other buildings as well that I bought that were part of older DLCs that I was completely unaware of at the time. So yeah, I've delved a little bit back into online, but I've been more trying to clean up the single player stuff. So I'm aiming towards the 100% completion statistic. So I'm currently at 91%. So I've got all of the to fly under all of the bridges, to complete all of the stunt plane trials, I believe.
Yeah.
What else do I need to do? There's a few other bits, but yeah, that's what I'm aiming for at the moment, and I've been finding that's really motivated me to go back and sort of complete it, and then sort of draw a line under single player and go, right, that game's done now. I don't need to go back to it, and then concentrate on online.
Nice, man.
So yeah, that's why I've gone back to GTA 5, just to say, that's it, it's done.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool, and like, you know, I don't think I ever 100%ed it, but I definitely played the campaign on my PS4, maybe PS3 originally, actually, now thinking about it. And then I think I upgraded to the PS4 version. But yeah, all in all, like, it's surprising that we're, you know, still necessarily playing a game that's been out for quite a while now. And, you know, they're still adding to it as well, which is absolutely bonkers.
Still making them bare dollar.
Oh, yeah. Woo, make it rain, bitch.
Those shark cards, man.
Oh, mate. I know, man. I know. I ended up buying, like, the Criminal Enterprise pack because I was like, I just needed some shit. I was like, I couldn't be asked with fucking about anymore. I was just like, screw it, I'll do it. But then, like, I suppose after I bought that is when, I suppose it was the next day that the hacker fucking, well, I say hacker, I'm going to call them script kiddies. They're the ones that, yeah, because they're just using scripts. They don't actually know how to hack, the fucking noobs.
Script kiddies.
Yeah, that's what they are, fuckers. But anyway, let's move on to some news. Now, obviously, I did like poll stuff for the Nintendo Direct, and then was like, allow this shit. Yeah, it was bollocks. Like, who cares about any of the games that they mentioned there?
The thing is, it was so built up. Like, all these leaks were happening. They were saying, right, it's definitely happening on the 20th of July, and then they shadow dropped it on the 19th, didn't they? Saying, yeah, there's going to be a Direct tomorrow morning, and then it was this. And everyone was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, like, really?
Like, this is nothing what we wanted.
No. So let's go on to, like, sort of more of the kind of big guns kind of thing wise. And now just looking at it as well, it doesn't look like I've got any footage for Balan Wonderworld. I don't understand how I missed that, but I don't seem to have that. Because there was two games that were kind of shown like pre-show. I remember you saying about Balan Wonderworld, and you were saying
Balan Wonderworld. So is that the Square one? Is that done by Square?
I'm not sure because, like I said, for some odd reason I haven't pulled.
Yeah, I think that's the one that kind of looks like Pokemon meets.
Oh, it is Square, yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think. It's like it looks like Pokemon, but it isn't.
You know what? We can find a video for it. Let's give me a sec.
But I remember I saw that happening, and I was like, dude, they're announcing stuff before it's actually happening.
Yeah. Right. I can do. Where is clip scene? Come on.
Clippity.
So there we go. Balan. So yeah, for some odd reason, I just didn't pull the footage for that. And it's like I forgot it even existed. I've got videos for all of the others, and I just forgot this one. But there we go. But we got it now by the wonders of the interwebs. And yeah, it looks like a very colourful game. I remember you saying about it, but I didn't actually end up checking it out in the end. So this is like
the only game that really popped out that I remembered.
Oh yeah, it looks quite nice. It looks quite nice. All right, I'm going to have to look at that properly in the future and just wherever ganders on that another time. But on other games that were there, the other pre-show thing, which I think Sorry.
There was the little game called Halo that was announced.
Yeah, we'll get to Halo. We'll get to Halo. But there was another pre-show game that sort of came out of the woodworks, which I thought was very interesting. And that was Dragon Quest. Now, I must admit, I've never really played any of the Dragon Quest games, but they have never, like, ever been on anything but Nintendo, pretty much. So it's quite interesting that, Xbox are going to be, showing this game now. You're going to
Well, this one was on PS4, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm obviously my news is completely wrong then. Completely wrong.
Well, I think it was only this game that came out on PS4. I think now it's coming to Xbox.
Okay, so in the past, Dragon Quest was mainly Nintendo, though, right?
Yeah. So yeah, branching out. Yeah,
that's cool. So yeah, no, it is very interesting, and the thing is that with the whole the game showcase that they kind of did, it was pretty nutty. Because of the fact of that, like, everything's like Game Pass kind of thing wise, which is absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, let's actually go on to some games that we might be slightly interested in. Let's have a look. What have we got here? I suppose we'll dive into Halo, because Halo's something that we can both talk about. So let me just get that up.
I mean, it was one of the biggest games they announced. It's one of the ones that actually looked genuinely like it was running on new gen hardware.
Yeah, agreed. It totally did look like that. And like, the thing is it looked like Halo. It didn't like, it didn't break the mold or anything like that. It very much looked like a Halo game. Now, I've been seeing a lot of things going on on how the graphics looked, and there was quite a lot of people who were disappointed with the way it looked. But I thought it looked the way it was meant to look. It looks like a Halo game. It's like I'm playing any of the other Halo games in the series, which is fine. I think.
Yeah.
Didn't
really you say something about it being all open world as well?
It kind of looked like it from when, like when they were showing the proper gameplay, because this is just a gameplay trailer that we're looping at the moment. But, obviously within the showcase, they showed, I don't know, what was it, like 5-10 minutes of gameplay. They were going on about it being a large map and stuff like that. And that's why I was thinking, oh, right, so is this like open world Halo kind of thing? But I haven't necessarily had anything confirmed as of yet on that kind of level.
So do you think it'll be similar to the way that Destiny runs?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think it'll be like Destiny.
Considering that's where Bungie went.
Which is true, but I mean, this is 343 now, isn't it? So, and like the thing is that when I play Destiny, I don't feel like I'm playing Halo, Like,
that's true. Yeah.
They're very different games, even though the both of the FPS genre, sort of sci-fi fantasy kind of thing. I still wouldn't sort of class them as the same. Like they play very differently because of the fact that like with Destiny, for example, you've got your there's different classes and all that kind of jazz. Where like with Halo, your Master Chief, there isn't much variation to kind of Master Chief. Well, I'm assuming, I know obviously in some of the other Halo games, where like, I'm just trying to think, like Halo... ODST, exactly. That's a very different Halo game. You're not Master Chief. There is kind of differences in dynamics with the people that you're playing and that. So... I'll be interested to see on how this goes. I'm glad that I'm going to be able to play this on PC, like the other Halo games as well. Which, like, I think, like, Xbox are playing a very interesting game of the fact that I don't feel like they're really pushing their console. They're very much pushing, like, their games in general. Because, like, for instance, a lot of the games that we're going to be talking about today are from their own studios, and they've been busy buying a lot of studios, as we saw at like E3 last year, and news were out last year in general. So we're seeing a lot of games from their studios as such. So in other words, they're very much going for the proper game market now. And I think they're probably, even though obviously they're coming out with the latest kind of console as such, they're not really, I don't think they're that bothered by it. I think it's more, we're going to do better with the software sales. But then actually, like, looking at it, like, they've already said that the Game Pass kind of thing isn't necessarily making them a huge amount of profit, which doesn't surprise me, because they're putting some big hitters on their Game Pass nowadays. Any of the Microsoft Studio games are pretty much going there. So it's pretty nutty. I mean, like most of the games that we're going to talk about today.
But there was that rumor that it was potentially coming to Nintendo Switch, wasn't it? The Game Pass. The
Game Pass, yeah. No, I've definitely heard that rumor as well, but I don't know.
So I'm wondering if
what happens.
All three big hitters will have an online streaming service that can be downloaded on the other consoles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad
Then
shout.
they're getting revenue from everybody then.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. I mean, as we're kind of talking about, shooters in general, I mean, obviously we had the announcement that Destiny 2 is coming to the Game Pass, along with all of the new DLC that's coming out in November now. It was meant to be September originally, but that got delayed because of COVID. But yeah, so
bloody COVID.
Yeah, I know. Fuck's sake. That is the only two times that we're going to mention that name. Now, the interesting thing, what I find with this is, like, it's quite a big move that, Bungie are kind of like jumping into bed with Xbox again a little bit, or Microsoft again a little bit. Considering, they've kind of like jumped ship from there. They've just jumped ship from like Activision as well. And now they're like, oh, you know what? You treated me kind of well, Microsoft. Can I get in your bed again? Like.
No! Get out!
I think
only if you give us games for free, you can come back.
I think it has pissed off a lot of people in the Destiny community, though, because obviously we had found out about obviously Beyond Light before this. They were doing like pre-orders and all that kind of chant for the game, like including myself. I'm an idiot and I shouldn't have, but I'd already pre-ordered this game on Steam, and now, like, because I bought everything up until this point, right? And
you keep buying games that end up on Game Pass.
Exactly. I should just stop buying games and just actually, just go, oh, it'll be on Game Pass eventually. Like, I might as well just admit defeat and just do it that way. But yeah, it's really weird on that kind of level that that's the way it's kind of rolled. It has pissed off a few people. I'm going to keep it with Steam anyway, because the thing is that I've only said that this Beyond Light DLC will be on the Game Pass. They haven't necessarily said that anything in the future after this is going to be
included.
And obviously, we already know about the future ones because they did like tell us about them. I mean, obviously, it's like the next like 2-3 year plan kind of thing that they've done. So Bungie are very like heavily invested in their Destiny 2 universe. Apparently, I think they are working on another IP as well, but we haven't necessarily got too much information about that at the moment. But that's what's going on, man. Like Destiny 2.
You've put a lot of time into that game, though. You've put loads of hours.
I have. But the thing is that I've really dropped off it recently. Like the latest kind of season has been really lackluster. I mean, like there's been the latest couple of seasons haven't been that great. Like when they released, I think it was Shadowkeep last year. I was fucking all over it. I was really enjoying it, and it's just sort of like, yeah, it just hasn't really got any better from there. It's just sort of like, but that like the thing is that I know when Beyond Light comes out, I'm gonna be all over it once again, playing it like all the time because I'm looking forward to having a new like class or a new like archetype kind of thing because you're going to be able to so there's like Void, Arc, and Solar, and they're introducing the Darkness, or Stasis is what they're calling it, which is kind of like an ice kind of class, which is going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to checking that out. So I mean, I'm going to be back on it. And the thing is that like I've definitely had my money's worth out of that game, so I don't mind necessarily, paying for the game again in some sense to continue playing it. And I mean, I think it's generally be getting diminishing returns on every expansion. I've kind of like I play it, and then like on each like subsequent DLC, I've played it definitely a less amount of time, but still enough time for it to be worth it. So I'm hoping that this Beyond Light one is going to be like, yeah, bam, I'm back in. Here's another like 150 hours or something like that, and then all will be good. But I don't know. We'll see what happens on that kind of level. Right. So, I mean, are you going to play some Destiny when it comes on Game Pass? I think it's in September, they said.
Yeah, definitely. I've still got Destiny 2 on PC, haven't I? I've barely touched it.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, well, I mean, I need to play again, even, fuck's sake.
Yeah. Maybe we should do it on a stream soon.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. We'll do that. We'll do that soon. Right, cool. Let's get on to something else. So let's do Forza quickly because we'll just blitz through that one. I mean, it's another racing game, like boom, boom, but we haven't had a proper Forza Motorsport game in a while.
Since 7,
they've been going on the Horizon hype for a while now. Which, don't get me wrong, great games. They've turned 10. Like, know what they're doing on that shit. Like, it's like they've got some solid racing games, but like, this footage being captured like in engine, it looks absolutely gorgeous. We're getting so close to the sort of like the photorealistic kind of vibe now, which is really cool.
The thing that I liked about the Forza trailer is it looked more exciting than the Gran Turismo one that we had in the PS5 announcement.
I know what you mean. It
got me more excited about playing it, even though I'm not a massive fan of racing games. This one had me more like, I might try that than Gran Turismo.
And then, once again, it's going to be in the Game Pass, so, like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? And this is, like, the solid thing with Xbox at the moment. The Game Pass is actually a really fucking good deal at the moment. Like, really good deal because they have got some solid titles coming to it. I mean, I think, isn't it all of the games that they showed? Wasn't it? Well, aren't they all on the Game Pass? Yeah. Ridiculous. Yeah. Ridiculous lineup.
They said every game that you see today will be on Game Pass.
Absolute ridiculous lineup.
I have a feeling that's why they missed out a few that people were expecting, because they did say right at the end of the conference, in the coming months, I think. Yeah. Sorry, I was about to say weeks. We'll be showing more and more, and I reckon those games are going to be the ones that aren't in Game Pass.
Yeah. No, I think you're probably right. What else have we got here? Let's have a quick look. Let's do Everwild next then. I mean, so it's rare. It's rare, man. Like, and I think Rare's heyday for me is definitely, way past. But this does look quite interesting, though. Like, just sort of another kind of, I don't know, I don't know, the art style. What do you think? Like kind of Breath of the Wild a little bit.
I was getting Breath of the Wild vibes when I was watching it, and I've always got a soft spot for Rare. I'll always try their games. Like Sea of Thieves, when it first came out, I played that quite a lot. It's only that it wasn't really my sort of thing, that I didn't hang around.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And with this, Rare have already said that the reason why they didn't show any gameplay in this trailer is because they're still playing around with the ideas for it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So they're not actually sure what the gameplay is going to be like, which I think is a very interesting thing to say when you've just shown a trailer.
That's pretty bold, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not even a game yet, it's just a concept.
Yeah, so they're very much just showing the concept, which, in all fairness, I was like sitting there watching this trailer going, I don't actually know what this is. Yeah, like, and it's because they don't either. So there we go. That all makes sense now. Like,
yeah. Yeah. They basically saw Breath of the Wild and they thought, right, we can make a game that's similar to that. But it can't be too similar. Because there's a game coming out on PlayStation. I don't think it's out yet on PlayStation 4 that looks like almost identical to Breath of the Wild. I can't remember what it's called. I need to
was
look
it
that
one
up.
that we were showing on the last pod?
Might have been.
I can't remember the name of it now, but I think I know what you're on about.
But like when they showed it in the like they showed it at E3 or something, like someone smashed up their PS4 or something. It was crazy.
So we did. I mean, still once again, we didn't necessarily see any gameplay on this one. It was very much like, here we go. Here's another kind of cinematic as such. For State of Decay 3. And, you know, I never really played the first one, but I played a lot of the second one because of the fact that there was the multiplayer kind of vibe there, and it was sort of like, I quite liked playing with other people, you know, fucking up zombies. It was always fun. And, I'm definitely hyped for a third. I think if they are going to go ahead with this kind of environment as well, I think that's going to be really interesting. And sort of seeing the zombie kind of animals kind of thing as well. I think that's going to be a sort of an interesting spin on the State of Decay series as well. So yeah, no, I think this one's going to be fun. If it's anything like 2, I think it's probably going to be a solid zombie game. I know zombie games have been done to death, but State of Decay 2 was pretty solid though.
I didn't play. I don't think I played either 1 or 2. I think I might delve a little bit into 2 because I know that's on Game Pass currently, isn't it?
It is, yeah. No, I definitely recommend playing it, and like with other people as well if you can. Like, I definitely think it's a lot more fun with other people.
Okay.
But yeah, no, definitely check
out.
that one out, bud. Definitely. And if you need someone to play with, I'll install it again. And the good thing is that it is cross-platform as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
At least I'm fairly sure it is. I think I played it cross-platform.
Most games are, apart from Grand Theft Auto.
No, I wouldn't say most. I wouldn't say most games are. I'd say that's a.
Well, we're getting there.
I don't know. I wouldn't go with that. Right, so let's get some Averwed up there. So this is the old Obsidian. Obsidian did have a kind of a sort of a big show in some sense on this thing, and this is like going to be their like Elder Scrolls kind of like killer kind of thing. I think that's what they're trying to go for there. Yeah. But once again, like, we didn't necessarily see any proper like game.
Gameplay.
It was like very much, oh, here we go, here's a cinematic trailer for you, and once again, not really telling you too much about the game other than going, oh, look how pretty I am. Like, it's just like, come on, I want some more substance. I want to know what I'm going to be doing, you know?
Yeah. It does look a lot like the Elder Scrolls games.
It does. Like, that's the only thing I can compare it to in my head, you know? It's very much like that kind of thing. But I don't know. I'm like definitely like I'm interested. I want to kind of see what it is. I want to see what's going on, but I need more. I need more.
Give me more.
Obsidian also did show off their. I think it was the DLC for Outer Worlds as well.
Okay.
Which was the Peril on Gorgon. So they did kind of show that off a little bit within the Game Pass thing as well. So, like I said, Obsidian had a big showing in some sense out of this. But I must admit, like, I really wanted to play Outer Worlds, and I played about an hour of it, and then I just never went back to it. And I think I owe it another shot because it looks like a pretty solid game.
Yeah, it does. It has that Fallout vibe. Is it Fallout?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely a Fallout vibe. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And like the thing is, it's not that I didn't enjoy. It's not that I didn't enjoy playing it. It's just that I was playing other games, and it just kind of got lost in the mix. You know, I was playing other things, and I just never went back to it. I mean, it's on Game Pass as well, so I should just go back to it and see what's going on with it.
So it's I assume the DLC is included in the Game Pass then, which is
I'm not sure.
Interesting move.
I'm not sure on that one, but then I suppose if it was there, then
unless they're saying the game is, but the DLC isn't.
Maybe that could be it. I don't know. What else do we have here? Oh yeah.
Tell me why.
Of course, yes. Tell me why. Here we go.
So that's the Life is Strange sort of looking game that they showed off. Is it made by the same guys?
I think Don't Nod Entertainment did Life is Strange. I think so. Oh, give me a sec. Don't Nod Entertainment. Yeah,
I wonder if
they
it's
did.
In the same
They did.
I wonder
Life
if it's
is
in the
Strange.
same universe as the Life is Strange stuff.
You know what? I'm not sure on that one actually. I'm not sure.
So will you bump into the others from? Do you know what? I still haven't finished Life is Strange 2. This just reminds me.
I haven't even played 2. I played the first one, and
man.
I've never played any of the other things because there was like
You didn't play Before the Storm.
Didn't play that either.
Okay.
Didn't even do it.
I think I finished Before the Storm.
I loved the first one as well. I thought it was a good game. I remember playing it and like Haley was there in the background, and she'd just be like, "What, you choose the city over the person?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I would. Like, it's one person over an entire city." She's like, "So you choose the city over me then?" I'm like, "Well, it's a whole city, it's a, like, sorry,
It is one of those games, though, isn't it? It really tries to grab you in the feels.
Yeah, it does. And it was good, and that's why I'm like, I need to play the other kind of ones here, and I think this is going to be an interesting game as well. I'm all for a proper like story driven kind of game. I think I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. So, but
this reminds me more of something that should be on sort of Netflix. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's more of a film that you interact with.
I'm with you.
I definitely felt that way with Before the Storm.
Oh, really?
You haven't played Before the Storm, have you?
No, I haven't. No.
See, that one's very. I really liked that. If it is the one that I remember with the teacher.
Okay.
But I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I
that.
kind of maybe spoiled the first one. I should have gone like spoilers, but never mind. I mean, it's an old game.
That one, yeah, that's been out for quite a while.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking go play the game. Like, Jesus, what are you playing at? Right. So I thought this was kind of an interesting outing of the Psychonauts 2. Obviously, this is.
I'm in this. I do voice acting in this game.
Oh yeah, what is it
So I
because
look
you're
like
Jack Black? You're like,
Yeah.
you know what? We should get a picture of Jack Black up against you or something. We'll
Yeah.
do that comparison someday.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, this trailer you're seeing here isn't necessarily the one they showed in the game showcase. It was very heavy around like Jack Black kind of singing. I'm assuming it's like the main theme of the game as such kind of thing.
I think it was just them showing that they spent a lot of money on getting Jack Black to do some voice acting.
Pretty much, yeah. They were like, splash that cash, yo.
This is where the budget's been going.
Yeah, like the game's shit, but we got Jack Black. You know, like,
Well, that happened with Brutal Legend, didn't it? Most of the budget went on the cast.
yeah. You know what? I like Brutal Legend though. I mean,
I need to go back to that. I've got it on PC. I need to play it on PC because I remember playing it on 360 and finishing it.
yeah.
And then I don't remember any of it. So I was like, oh, I'll pick it up on PC because it was like £2 or something. My plan was to get through it again just so I can remember what had happened, but I still haven't done it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely played it through on the 360, I think.
Yeah.
But I've got it on PC as well, but I have literally never installed it. Once again, I saw it was cheap and was like, oh yeah, right. Why did I do that? Now, there's no way that I'm ever going to play that game again. It's not going to have... honestly, my Steam library is embarrassing. I've got so many games that I've never played.
I do that with so many games, though. I see that it's like 99p, and I'm like, oh, I might play that. I might play it. Well, I try and justify it, and like, literally the minute I press buy, I'm like, I'm never going to play that.
No.
Right-click, hide from library.
I do it all the time, man. I do it all the time. It's like an addiction. Like, I just can't help it. I'm like, oh, cheap game. No. The thing is that I've still got my Humble Bundle, like subscription.
Are you still getting that every month?
Yeah. I literally.
Oh my god.
I have got so many games on that Humble Bundle that I haven't redeemed. They're just literally just sitting there because I'm like, I'm never gonna play any of these. And there's so many. I mean, I was just looking at it today.
You've probably got games stacking up. What the fuck,
mate? I have I've easily got like 40, 50 games, probably more, that I haven't redeemed. Like, I just can't be arsed. And the thing is that I should just cancel it. But the thing is because it's been running so long, I've been like, like sometimes it's a good game though. And because because I'm a classic member as such, because I've been subscribed for so long, because they changed their model like, I don't know, a couple of months ago.
Right.
But because I'm back from back in the day, I've still get like 10 games a month. Where like if you're just to be on a normal kind of subscription with them now, I think there's 10 games there, but you can only select 8 of them or something like that.
Right. Okay.
Right. But the thing is that it's been forever since that I've redeemed all of the games anyway, so it doesn't even fucking matter. I should just cancel it. Like, what am I doing with myself? And like, the thing is that I get a discount kind of thing on the Humble store as well. So sometimes I'll just be like, oh, I'll keep it because then I'll get, this game cheaper. I'm like, yeah, but I'm paying that money. So I'm not getting it cheaper, am I? Like, come on. Like, use your fucking brain, Leon. I just need to cancel it. Like,
or at the very least, start selling the keys.
I could sell the keys. But I mean, the thing is because they've been in the Humble Bundle, they'll all be garbage prices because
that's true.
Everyone else is going to be doing the same. So that's why I've never bothered selling the keys either. But I totally should have. I'm such an idiot. And I am never going to learn. I've just got to face up to that. On other things that were on the game showcase, all of the games so far, other than the first 2 we were saying about on the pre-show, all of the games so far we've been talking about is from the Xbox Game Studios. So this one is Crossfire X. Obviously, we've already kind of got this game out at the moment, but this was kind of actually going on about the campaign that they're going to be releasing for this game, which it doesn't necessarily have as of yet. All in all, I must admit, I wasn't hugely interested in this. I mean, it is Remedy, though, and they're pretty good with that kind of jazz, but there's enough shooters out there.
Yeah, I wasn't overly keen. I mean, what's the last game Remedy did? Was it Quantum Break?
I think so, yeah. I think it was.
And I wasn't overly keen on that. That didn't really grab me.
I actually really liked Quantum Break, but once again, didn't fucking finish it, did I? I've got it on my Xbox One. I'm about, like, 3/4 of the way through as well. So, like, I should just fucking do it. I should just get it done.
Do it on a stream. Just finish it.
Nah, I don't know. It's not really a stream game, that one, for me. Like, I don't...
Okay.
Like, with stream games, I like it to be something that... I don't like doing story games on stream as such. I like doing things that are either, like, random or, you know, or I'm building something or, you know, it's just something different can happen every time kind of thing.
So it's random. So
yeah,
it's random happen. Yeah,
that's what I kind of. So with like a proper story game as well, you run the risk of spoiling it for someone as well. I mean, don't get me wrong.
That's true.
Don't get me wrong. You're probably not, and like if they're watching you, they've probably played through the game anyway. But it's still like in my head, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. 'Cause I suppose I used to play a lot of RPGs on stream, and I just kind of stopped doing it. So I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is time. Maybe I should do it. Speaking of RPGs, though, and a lot of people were saying that we weren't going to see anything of this. I mean, don't get me wrong, we didn't see much of it. Let's be fucking honest here. But we did have the final announcement of the Fable game that's going to be coming out. And I thought the interesting thing here is that it's getting made by Playground Games. So, you know.
What have they done before?
Hold on. Let's have a look. I can't remember. I swear it's nothing like they've done before.
Lionhead doesn't exist anymore, is it? That's gone.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, they did the Horizon games. That's it. They did the Forza Horizon games. So that's why.
Oh, okay.
So that's why, you know, you sort of look at it and go, "Sorry, Playground. They're doing this. Like, really? I don't know.
Maybe it's Fable Racing."
Oh man. But once again, we haven't necessarily got any details here. Nothing of any substance. Just a voiceover with a nice, pretty frog. That's pretty much it. That's all we know. But
a lot of people are excited Fable's back, though. So.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that for sure. But once again, I would have liked to have seen more. Like... And I think this is the general theme across this whole game showcase, is that I'm like, I really wanted more substance. You know, like after just coming out of the, you know, the Sony one like a few weeks ago kind of thing, or well, it's probably a month ago even now. Like,
yeah.
Like we got a lot there, like, and we saw a lot. We knew a lot of what was coming, kind of thing, and that was really cool. Where on this, we saw a lot of just sort of trailery kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah, there was no real gameplay that was being shown. The main benefit of this was they were bragging about the Game Pass, and they were saying all these games, if you got a Game Pass subscription, it's going to be free. That was the main thing that they were going with.
Yeah, I mean, they did like flop out their big fat Game Pass dick there. Like they were like zip, boom, like they fucking did. Like they have got a big dick for that Game Pass right now. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for that. I think they've done some like awesome work there. I mean, like in the Americas as such, like Phantasy Star Online 2 is within the Game Pass. You can't actually get it over here, but you can. It's weird. If you like set your region to US, you can download Phantasy Star Online, and then you can just switch it back, your region back, and then it's fine again. It's just that they never released it in the European regions. It was literally just in the America and Asia.
Okay.
So But obviously, with this latest announcement here, they haven't necessarily still said that it's necessarily going to have a European release. At least I don't think so, from my research. But
Sure.
this is meant to be kind of like because I mean, Fantasy Star Online 2 has been going for a long while, but this is like Genesis, and from what I can kind of tell, they want this to kind of be this sort of ultimate kind of Fantasy Star 2 Online kind of thing. So it's meant to feel very new kind of thing, even though it's such an old game now. I mean, Fantasy Star was on the Sega Dreamcast, man. Fantasy Star Online, the original. So, you know, it's an old game. It's an old IP, and you know, it's interesting that I mean, we're sort of moving on to like the third party kind of games here now. But you know, they've got some big third party games kind of thing that's necessarily coming to the Game Pass. But I mean, for those that don't know Fantasy Star, it's an MMO kind of thing, like action MMO. It's pretty good. Like I definitely recommend playing it. At once, but as you know, with like any kind of MMO, you need a bit of time, you know. But anyway, let's get on.
You need a lot of time to invest in those sort of games.
Oh yeah, massively. I thought this was kind of interesting as well, that they kind of showed off the Tetris effect as well, the connected version. Obviously, there is like a Tetris effect that was out on the PS4, I believe. But this Tetris Effect Connected is meant to have this sort of multiplayer kind of mode to it. I believe it is coming out on other devices as well. I don't think that this is an exclusive. But yeah, like, it's Tetris. What more can I say? I mean, obviously, we're seeing a lot of people's faces right now, but here we go. Let's move on. Because that was the whole fucking trailer. It was like literally, oh, here we go. Oh, now you get to see some Tetris. Because everyone knows what fucking Tetris is. Effect
the one they did a VR one for?
I think so. I think you might be right. I think it's kind of interesting that they are doing a multiplayer kind of thing for it. I think it's going to be kind of cool.
Well,
like,
it's similar to Tetris 99 that they've got on Switch, isn't it?
I don't think it's meant to be like that. 99 obviously is the Battle Royale kind of thing. I don't think that's Battle Royale.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it is. I could be completely wrong, though. I could be talking out of my arse completely. But who cares? It's Tetris. Everyone knows what fucking Tetris is.
It's brand new IP.
They also, like, they showed a lot of, like, the sort of background kind of footage of the As Dusk Falls. I must admit, I didn't really know anything about this game until I saw it in the trailer thing here. I still don't. I mean, it looks like, once again, it's one of those story kind of driven kind of things that, as you said, probably could have played out a bit better on Netflix or something like that.
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like this is trying to step on Don't Nod's toes a little bit.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because that's their thing, and I don't think these guys are going to be very successful trying to barge in on that party, because people are already invested in, you know, the Life is Strange world. They're not going to try and invest themselves in this one as well.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. I completely agree. What else have we got here? I think the only other game I think there was a couple of games that I was like third party wise that I was kind of interested in, even though I'm not usually into this kind of thing. I thought The Medium looked quite interesting, just because of the two concurrent worlds that are there at the same time.
This reminded me of Silent Hill quite a bit. The fact that it can switch that quickly.
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how that works. Don't get me wrong, I'm probably not going to be that interested in the game itself. But on a technical standpoint, I'm really interested in this game. But
it did look impressive, but it didn't look like a lot of it was gameplay. There's some bits that looked a little bit like gameplay.
Yeah.
But I wasn't convinced.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I mean, let's see if I can zoom on a bit. Oh, here we go. Let's so you can kind of see the split between them. Come on, there we go. So seeing the split between them. Yeah, it looks interesting. It looks very interesting. And then you know what? I'll just mention these ones. Stalker 2. Obviously, we got kind of like a trailer for that. I'm not that interested. Warhammer 40k Darktide was also shown as well, which I'm assuming is probably like maybe like a sequel to like Vermintide or something like that. So and Vermintide was alright as well. I mean, Warhammer 40k games have been very hit and miss over the years. And then the last game that I just did want to quickly mention was the Gunk, which is made by the same people who did the SteamWorld Dig games.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, oh, actually, this could be kind of fun. And I thought it looked kind of fun as well. Because it kind of like, I don't know, even though it's like a proper, like, you know, a 3D game, like, just looking at the art style of it with that big fist and everything like that, you know, it's got that feel of the SteamWorld Dig kind of universe a little bit. So I think this is one that I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on. I am actually like quietly optimistic about this game. I think even though once again I still don't feel like we actually saw that much, I actually am really interested in playing this game.
Is it procedurally generated or is it all?
I don't know.
I suppose we don't know.
Actually, don't know on that one. But yeah, I mean, it looks cool though. It looks cool. I think
does look good.
I think at least I kind of feel with this one that we did see some gameplay, where with a lot of the other games we didn't. So don't get me wrong, there's definitely still cinematic shit in there, but yeah, I don't know. All in all, I think the Gunk could be one to look out for. But that is pretty much it on the old game, the game showcase, which in all fairness, like I know when we were both watching it, we were a bit disappointed with the show in general. And I mean, why were you disappointed in it, Dean?
There's no Banjo Kazooie. There we go. Simple answer.
You're never gonna get it, mate. Never gonna get it. But then I thought
the chat was winding me up the whole time. Like literally every trailer that came up, Banjo. I was like, stop it. Like even the Fable one, I was just like, oh no. No. I honestly can't see it happening. I can't. I mean, maybe it will, but I can't see it yet. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it coming from Rare at all. If Banjo's coming back, it's going to be another party that's doing it for them. It will not be Rare looking after it at all.
I think
they're
right.
too invested in this Everwild thing. So, and Sea of Thieves because they're still updating Sea of Thieves at the moment, aren't they?
I mean, Sea of Thieves has done really well for them as well. You know, they have been coming out with more content, and you know, people are still playing it. People are really enjoying it. I must admit, it's not for me, but it's all good. You know, like.
And the other thing that I was disappointed about with this showcase, even though they said it all over the place, Xbox Games Showcase, is they didn't show the console.
Yeah, I mean. As I kind of like said, like at the beginning of it, they're very much, like I feel that they're not that concerned about the console this time round.
Do you reckon they'll just shadow drop it? Do you reckon they'll just be like, bam, that's the price done?
I don't know about that. I think we'll definitely see some more information about it. Like there's no doubt about it. Because the thing is, they said that there's going to be more things coming up anyway, and it is meant to be the holidays that it's necessarily coming out anyway.
But what's that November time, isn't it? They normally launch, don't they?
Yeah. So they've still got time to be able to go over all of that stuff. So
they got 3 months from now, haven't they?
Yeah.
To do some marketing.
Exactly. So, it's not quite done yet. So, yeah. But once again, I still feel that they're not that bothered, because hence why they bought all of these game studios. They're very much like, you know what, we want the money from the games. I don't think, because the thing is that consoles, I don't know, I think these are going to be some of the last generation of consoles I think that we're going to have, I reckon.
Do you think it's going to go down the streaming route?
Yeah, I really do think that. Because the thing is that we're kind of already there. And, like with, if you've got Game Pass kind of thing, the
Project X Cloud.
Yeah, you're gonna have access to that kind of thing on your mobiles and that. So in other words, they're very much like, we don't want there to be any barriers. We want you to play on what you want kind of thing and when you want to. And I think in the long run, I think that's going to do Microsoft well. But in this short term, like in console sales wise, PS5 are just going to smoke them. I really do think that.
Although Gabe Newell fucking backed Xbox, didn't he, on that talk show the other day?
He did.
He said, like, Xbox, 100%.
He did, but...
He said it's a better console.
But then, like, haven't Microsoft and, like, Steam kind of been doing some deals recently and stuff like that?
Well, didn't Gabe Newell used to work for Windows? I have a feeling there's a little bit of history there.
Maybe, yeah.
But he branched off and he started Valve.
I think you might be right. I'm not sure, but I mean, yeah, don't quote us on that, guys. Like,
yeah.
If we're wrong, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. These fucking guys.
They fucking know nothing, can't. Now, speaking of other news kind of thing wise, I was reading like a Kotaku article the other day, and they were saying that the carrion Nintendo Switch image very much looks like a vagina, they were saying. And I want
a bumhole.
I want to show this image to you, right? And I want you to say what you think, because when I saw this article, you know what? I'll wait.
Is this like catchphrase? Say what you see.
Say what you see. Like, right.
Well, it's either a vagina or a bumhole.
What I said, I was like, Kotaku, like who wrote the article? I'm gonna have to. We've got to quote this guy right now. We've got to quote this guy. Come on, wait. Give me a sec. I'm bringing up the article. Bringing up the article on my other screen. It was Mike Fahey. This guy obviously doesn't know what a vagina looks like. He has not watched any porn. He has not screwed any vagina, because if he has been doing vagina like that, Jesus Christ, that is one disease-ridden vagina right there. Like, come on. No.
It's definitely prolapse to hell.
You know what? Prolapse anus, I would go with. I'd be like, yes, that's a prolapse anus right there. But a vagina is not.
Can you imagine that? Nintendo, compliance go, why is there a prolapse anus picture on? Call Devolver. Ask them why they've sent us a picture of a prolapsed anus.
My God. Honestly, when I saw that, I was just like, fuck off, Kotaku. Come on. What you want about? Prolapsed anus. Definitely.
Doesn't he say in the same article that Mario looks absolutely thrilled in that?
That's right. He does, yeah. It is a funny article, in all fairness. Mike, you did a good job from Kotaku there, so I'm only yanking your chain, but I mean, obvious news coming up as well there on the Final Fantasy VII front. The developers have obviously been saying that they are working on the second one and the second part, and they want to bring it out as soon as possible. I really enjoyed playing the Final Fantasy VII remake, the first part, the whole Midgar kind of situation. I thought they did an outstanding job with it. I mean, there's people obviously will probably say, Liam, what the fuck are you on about? It was shit. Doesn't matter. Original game is still there. If you want to play the original, just go play the original. It's there. They haven't ruined your childhood by remaking
It's on sale now. You can get it cheap.
Is it? Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I think it's like £6 on most consoles now. It's like on sale every console I've seen it on.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
So if you want the old game, it's like not even like a couple of quid. Like just go and buy that.
I've bought that game so many fucking times. It's ridiculous.
Haven't you bought it on every console? Have you got it on your fridge?
I mean, I wish. I wish. If my fridge had a screen and game console, it would be there. It would be there. There's no doubt about it.
Have you completed everything in the game so far, or have you just done story?
I just did the story. There was a few things that I did need to go back and do, like collect some more discs. There was sort of like some... there's like a battle arena kind of thing in the Shinra headquarters that I need to go over and do. So there's like a few collectibles and stuff like that I need to do, but I just kind of finished the game and was like, cool. And my PS4 hasn't necessarily come on again since. But then my consoles really don't get to play anymore.
Yeet it back in the loft.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's still sitting there. I can see it there, but it's not plugged in, but it's on my desk still. It's like propping up my Xbox One at the moment. My Xbox One is literally just a DVD player for me at the moment. Like, I'm really not playing my Xbox One either. So like, I've got two consoles sitting there that just get no action whatsoever because I'm like, I've got my fucking PC. Like,
do you reckon they're like Toy Story when you leave the room? They're like crying and they're like, he doesn't love us anymore.
I think so. They're there. Which the thing is, I mean, as we keep saying about Xbox, they're just sort of like Game Pass. It's all coming on my fucking PC anyway. There isn't any reason for me to really fire up my console anymore because
that's another thing that's another thing to mention. On all of the trailers they show on that conference, it didn't say anything about Xbox One, but then later they said, "Oh yeah, they are coming out on Xbox One as well." It's like an afterthought.
Oh, they did actually say that because I didn't see that.
Yeah, but if you look at the trailers that they released afterwards that are separate, it does say Xbox One at the end now.
Okay, that's interesting. Right now, have you seen anything about this Gamer Girl shit by any chance?
No.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
I saw that you put it in there, and I was like, do I look that up or not?
I'm so glad that you didn't. Right. I mean, I don't care if this video gets striked or anything. We are going to watch this whole trailer right now. Right now, the only thing that I'm going to tell you is that they put this trailer up. I think it was on the Xbox Twitter that this trailer went up on. And it got that much of a backlash that it got removed very quickly. And I don't think that this game is going to be released anymore. So, but, I mean...
Fuck me.
So, here we go, boy.
How did you pull the footage?
It's because people saw it, obviously. And I think, you know what? We've just got to watch it. Like, I'm not going to say any more than that. Right, here we go.
Okay, go on. Let's go.
Peggy 18.
So, Wales Interactive.
Hey, everybody. Okay, cool. Water time, break time. All that junk has been taken out my stream. Oh, come on. No. Moderator, what do I do? Like, do I answer it?
What?
We should go for a drink after.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah?
I know. What do you guys think?
You got that, guys?
No. No.
Abby, you're streaming again?
What's it to you?
Just gonna make sure he's okay.
What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit? September? So it's done. They've actually finished that game.
Yeah.
What the
So
fuck
how-
is that?
Right? So, obviously, you're playing the mod for this gamer girl, the streamer girl kind of thing like that. And it's like
who gets murdered?
well, I don't know. I mean, if you maybe do the right choices, I don't know, maybe you get in bed with her or something. Who knows? Like, I don't know. Like, it's the weirdest concept. I was just sort of like, are you serious? Like,
It's really weird. like it. Oh, I actually can't comprehend what I think about that right now.
I mean, that's it. I mean,
Because it's creepy. Like it's almost like a normal Twitch streamer, but then they've turned it into a game.
it's
And
weird,
it's
isn't it?
just, oh.
It's honestly
Parts of it felt really creepy. Like
Yeah.
the nightclub scene, I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like, where's this going?
exactly. It's the weirdest thing. Wales Interactive. There you go, guys. Got the new
Like, is it an
F&B
18+ game? Is
kind
there
of
going to
game.
be some hot coffee?
I think it did
or-
say Peggy. It did say Peggy 18 at the beginning. Yeah.
Right, so there's clearly some sex in it. Fucking hell. There's definitely tits in it, because how else are they going to market that game?
Weirdest shit. Like, when I saw that, I was just like, are you serious?
I kind of feel bad for that actor, because they've clearly spent hours filming shit for
Yeah,
this
because
game.
there's probably loads of different outcomes and stuff like that. Like, they've spent
It
hours.
would
on
work
that shit.
on Netflix. It doesn't work as a game.
No, I don't think so.
Do you know what it reminded me of? I've recently watched, is it called Dark Web or something like that? Like one of the films that are out,
I don't know.
where literally it's just 6 people on webcams for the whole
Okay.
video, and then each of them get killed, and then all of them react, and then the next person dies, and then the next person. And I was getting the vibe that it was going the same way, and especially when the end part happened, I was like, this is just like Dark Web. This is a film. This is not a game.
Yeah, it's bonkers, man. It's
And-
absolutely bonkers.
Gamer Girl? What?
Terrible name. Terrible. Like, just so many bad choices right there. Like, what? I mean,
So that went up on Xbox's Twitter.
and it came down pretty quickly. I'm fairly sure, like, they've released it kind of thing as well, like at the
Right.
Wales Interactive and stuff like that. But I don't. I mean, it could still be coming out. It might be, but oh, hold on. Official trailer and
I
site
think that's
removed.
the best
No,
thing to happen to that is it shadow drops. Like, no publicity at all.
Yeah, the official page has been deleted from the Wales Interactive website. It doesn't look like it's going to happen anymore. I know. What a weird choice. Like, and the thing is that it's
They
not
spent
that.
ages coding that. Like, what
Yeah.
a waste of time.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's not that I'm against the idea of, like, of the narrative as such. Like, I think I kind of get it, but it kind of feels like, you know, as you're playing that mod kind of thing, you're like, oh, you're going to be her savior kind of thing. It's like
yeah, a little
damsel
bit
in
sleazy.
distress. Yes, exactly. And I'm a bit like, I just don't feel like they've done it right, if you know what I mean. I just
But
think,
also, could be quite damaging because people might think that's how you react with people.
yeah. But I mean, if they've done it the trailer of, obviously we've only seen the trailer there, and I'm
Yeah,
not
it could be
sure
dramatized.
I'm not sure if we're ever gonna see the game and it's for it, but you know, we could be missing, you know, the extra context there. You know, there could be more to it, kind of thing. It could be more, you know, talking about, you know, the abuse in some sense that they could be getting. So in other words, it could be kind of informative on that kind of level. It's not that I'm like against, you know, raising the awareness of that issue, but I just, on that trailer alone, I just don't feel like they've executed it properly, and it looks a bit sleazy. Like,
do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember that guy that, I think he brought out 3 games? I think it was like called The Psychology of Women or How to Get Women, and he had like 3 games out.
No, I don't think I've seen it.
What was his name? Oh, that's gonna bug me. But he has like 3 games out, and he says like he knows the secret formula to getting a girl into bed, and it's just like he bought 3 games out on it, and they got onto like the game stores. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I have no idea about that. I've never heard of it. You'll have to bring the, like.
I'll try and quickly look it up.
I'd just say for the next podcast or something, just we can do it as like, you know, a little addendum from the last podcast. We can start with it or something. I think that would be a good idea. Now, I mean, the only last thing that I did kind of want to quickly touch on, just to kind of raise awareness in some sense, and that was on Paper Mario. Apparently, there is a game-breaking bug near the end of the game that everyone needs to be aware of, just in case. I mean, I think it's pretty rare kind of thing, and it's kind of like, it's very well publicized now, so people are kind of aware of it. But just in case you aren't, where is it? I'm just trying to find it. On your journey, it's something to do with a VIP card, if I remember rightly. It's like near the end of the game.
You can throw it away, can't you? The VIP card, once you've used it once, you lose it from your inventory, but if you leave the area, it'll ask you for it again, and it soft locks your game.
That's right. That's it. That's exactly what it is. So yeah, just be very careful. It is towards the end of the game. It is to do with the VIP pass. So just at that particular point, when you get the VIP pass, don't backtrack.
Don't leave that area.
Just go ham. Do the rest of the game. Don't because you'll fuck yourself. I mean, I'm assuming that. I mean, I know that they're definitely working on a fix for it. I mean, from definitely what I saw on it yesterday, they're aware of it, and they are going to be addressing the issue, but it's not resolved as of yet. So be very careful, guys. Just make sure that, you know, VIP pass. Just once you've got to that point, just continue. Don't try and backtrack, or you will soft lock your game.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. We have done our informative work for this show.
Yeah. There's a public service announcement done.
There we go. We've done our good deed for the day. But yeah, that's it. That's all I've got. Is there anything else that you wanted to quickly go over before we?
So the game is called Super Seducer: How to Talk to Girls.
Oh, okay.
And there's 3 games out.
I've never heard of them.
Watch some YouTube videos of that.
Oh no, I've definitely seen those videos.
Yeah, that guy is proper sleaze. I don't understand how those
seen
games
those
come
videos.
out.
There's no doubt about it. I think I've seen it like on H3 or something.
Yeah, it like proper sleaze. Like at one point, like you pick the option to like not sleep with one of the girls, and he goes, "This is the incorrect option."
Fuck's sake. Oh, what a fucking douche. Well, that is the end of another podcast, then, Dean. Thank you for joining me once again, bud. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
as
it's
always,
good to come
man.
on. Yeah,
but
having a little chat.
Yeah, definitely. Now, just so for those that don't know, I do stream on Twitch on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Mondays currently, I am doing streams with Valo, LDB_Valo on Satisfactory. On Wednesday, I've been playing Neon Abyss recently, so you probably will see that up on deck. And then on the Fridays, it's still up in the air on what I play, but I always stream from 6:30 till around 10 or so on those 3 days. And that is BST, British Summer Time, or UK time if you're watching this in the future. And we've moved
Definitely
out.
Summer outside. It's scorchio right now.
Yeah, no, it is pretty hot, man. It's pretty hot. Dean also does stream on his channel. What was that? Dino Ward?
Dino Ward, yeah. So I stream on Tuesdays. I think I'll be doing Paper Mario again this Tuesday, carrying on from where I got to. It was originally PS Tuesdays, but that's scrapped for the time being. We're just going to go through Paper Mario, see where we go after that. And the weekends, I sometimes stream, I sometimes don't. It hit and miss with me at the moment, but Tuesday's my consistent stream.
Wicked, man. Wicked. Well, I think it's about time that we get out of here. Let us know, what you want to see, what games you want us to play, all that kind of jazz. Just whack them in the comments below. And, we will definitely look at them. We'll take on your suggestions. And, let's get this conversation going. And let's play some of them video games, because that's what we're all about here. Anyway, let's get out of here. Thank you for joining us, guys. And until next time,
Game over,
yeah.